one of the couplets of the song was, "There is love in every breath of me to my sweetheart." There is love in every breath of me to my sweetheart. I very much hope that all of you were remembering the sweetheart with the help of your sweetheart. Do you have sweetheart? All of you have sweethearts. Sweetheart remembers the sweetest of all the hearts. And therefore, an atmosphere of sweetness, which also means the true love. Sweetness means the pure love, like a child, innocent, but he expresses the love, which gives us the fragrance of what is called sweetness from the sweet child. But here, sweet Father, the Supreme Soul, succoring of all the relations. Therefore, there is sweetness in him. In other words, he is the ocean of love. And our breath becomes full of love when we also become oceans of love and remember the ocean. A master ocean, and so many masters remember one ocean. And just imagine, it is not something unreal or unimaginable. It is actually something which is very real and can be seen, felt, observed, and it enters truly inside what we call heart, inside life, which means in every thought, word, actions, and relations, we continue this pure love, this sweetness. Therefore, for us, Father's remembrance is very real. For us, Father's remembrance is very natural, and therefore it is also very easy. Therefore, Baba says, you can practice it constantly from the Amrit Vela throughout the day till the night. Even while doing any work, you can continue with your sweet nature. Is it possible that we can continue with our sweet nature during our actions and also in connections and relations? For the Master Ocean of Love, sweetness is natural. Bitterness is unnatural. Bitterness, for a Master Ocean of Love, it is not real. It is false. Bitterness is beyond the imagination of the child of Ocean of the Love. When Shiv Baba entered Brahma Baba, one of the few expressions which he spoke was, I am the embodiment of light. Prakash Swarupam Shivoham Shivoham. Embodiment of light, I am Shiva, I am Shiva. That's how God the Father himself began to give his introduction, true introduction. He did not say, Shivoham, I am everywhere. No. He said, I am the embodiment of light. I am Shiva and I am Shiva. And those first words, they were not just the words, but it was the radiation of that light of God the Father through the forehead, through the eyes of Brahma, whom he called Brahma later on. And no one recognized who spoke those words. Who said, I am the form of light, I am the embodiment of light, I am Prakash Swarupam. Brahma Baba himself asked his wife, his daughter-in-law, who is that who spoke those words? They said, Baba, you spoke. Baba said, no, I did not speak. Someone else said, I am the embodiment of light. So there, a question remained in Baba's intellect about who was it. But all of you know very well how Shri Baba further gave his full introduction, step by step, not the whole on one day, but step by step. But by now we very much feel that Baba has given his complete introduction, is it not? Or you still think that Baba has still left something for himself? He did not open the secret, unveiled his true introduction as yet. What do you think? Or you think Baba has given his full introduction? Or he is yet to speak something about him. Who is he? I don't think so. Baba has given his complete introduction and is helping us to become like him, first of all, embodiments of light, which is called soul consciousness. And then Baba on the first day also said that I am the embodiment of knowledge, Gyan Swarupam Shivoham Shivoham. After being given the introduction of the light, Baba spoke about the knowledge. Then Baba also said, Ananda Swarupam, embodiment of bliss. He did not speak of the knowledge, but he spoke what actually is the essence of the knowledge and how he is embodiment of it. Then we began to understand that truly what is the meaning of Sat Chit Ananda Swarupam, truthful, sentient, conscient, living and blissful. Therefore, beginning with Baba's introduction, if we take into consideration how Baba introduced himself to the souls of the world and make the base of our efforts accordingly, because every day Baba began to give a lot of knowledge. Baba, of course, number one. Mama, of course, number one. Then Dadis in the number one became the embodiment of what Shri Baba spoke through Brahma and became such powerful souls who created this beautiful Yajna Madhuban, and we are sitting in that atmosphere created by the original feelings of Baba, which later became part of the life, part of the feelings of everyone's heart, who later shared with everyone. Therefore, we have been created. We have been created out of God's love. We have been created out of the love of those who became instruments, having become the embodiments of what Shiva spoke. And we have been sustained by that love, or we have been sustained by the same light. Soul is a form of the light. It has to be sustained with the help of the light. It has to be sustained by light. Soul is not something physical that has to be sustained, given water, etc. No. The direct light of God only gives sustenance to the seed, the soul, the conscient being. When Dadi left, how much light she left for us. Unlimited. How much light he gave when she was in the corporeal. How much light she left when she left the body. And how much with light she's even now sustaining, which we have been listening through messages. After giving his introduction as the light, Baba said, children, Baba used that word children, of course, until later. No one knew whom actually he is speaking to as children, because the body consciousness was still there. But Baba said, I am speaking to the souls, not to the bodies. Then it has become a kind of awareness that Baba is not speaking to the bodies. We have to be alert. Baba said, you are also like me, forms of light, embodiments of light. You are also like me, conscient seeds of knowledge. You are also full of those qualities As the Father, so the child, form of the light full of virtues. The form and what are in the form. Baba began to speak. Both are same. You are like me, you are like me. With these few words, Baba changed the intellects of those who have been wandering a lot. Intellects of those which have been wandering a lot, filled with the false knowledge of the light. Yes, we did believe God is light, but we believe that that light is everywhere, that light is in me, and therefore I am immune to the effect of action, so on and so forth. But this prejudice, this deeply enrooted ignorance, see, was removed. The real light gave way to go away from this ignorance, darkness of ignorance. So, after giving his introduction as the light, Baba gave the introduction that you are the forms of light like me. Therefore, practice consciousness of this light, consciousness of this light. Bring into the awareness this light of the self. Always feel that you are a self-luminescent. You are self-luminescent beings. Wonderful. It is an enjoyment, the feeling of the self-luminescence, being conscient in the body. Then Baba said, try to make effort that this self-luminescence remains constant. How? Also Baba taught. Remember me. Therefore, from the beginning till today and into the future, we have been moving with the help of this fundamental lesson in this spiritual university, which is common for everyone living on this planet. God Fatherly Spiritual University. Ultimately, this truth that man is also actually a form of light. Man is not the body, man is actually the soul, the self-luminescent entity, never being evolved. The self-luminescent entity never evolves from something or from nothing to something and from something to light, never. It is ever, it is always there. On one hand, on the path of bhakti, there is a deep darkness of ignorance of this light, and on the other hand, in the science also there is a deep ignorance, darkness of the ignorance of this light, existence of this light actually. Then Baba gave the knowledge. In the earlier days, no one used to remember like him, like now we are practicing considering the self as a soul, remembering Shiv Baba as a form of light, point of light. Earlier days, they used to remember Baba in a different form totally. And nowadays, it has become a very strong practice in the form of relation with the light, so to say. In the form of relation with the light, which no one can ever expect. Because relations means corporeal. Everyone believes in it. Though people say you are my mother, father, you are my friend, teacher, relative, companion on the path of bhakti, not knowing God, but still they speak to in front of idols, something physical. I don't think that they go in front of Shiva and speak Shivalingam. They can speak like that. These words would not emerge in front of Shivalingam, but in front of idols only. Because relations are always have been considered as something corporeal. Maybe it is true because the whole kalpa is like that, but what we have learned here is totally different. You have to link with the Father with the help of knowledge on one hand, where He is, etc. But on the other hand, and much more important, is you have to remember Him in the form of a relation, being pure form of light, When the soul feels the relation, actually in the soul consciousness, there is never any corporeal feeling. If we consider Baba as the corporeal father, it could never, the remembrance will never take place. Baba taught how to go beyond all the physical relations. Forget the body and body relations. Consider yourself to be a soul. And only then godly relations begin. Only then. It is never possible keeping in the awareness any body relations and making effort to establish relation with God. Therefore, if the remembrance is established, if the remembrance is installed, connected, takes place and continuously, everything will change. The total transformation of the soul takes place. Because the light again, because of the light, because of the shine, because of the light of the Father in the form of the relations are imbibed. And what happens later we know very much. Baba always connects relations with the attainments, constant attainments, imperishable attainments. Therefore, after his introduction, what Baba taught was, consider yourself also the forms of light. So this awareness of the light is the most, what can we say, crucial for us. It is the main focus, it is the main point. It is this which makes the rest all the difference. Matter also has the light, but in front of the light of the soul it is very dull. It has no radiation at all. Like the objects in the world shine because of the sun's light, for example. So also perhaps the light of the matter also shines, matter also shines and gives the light because of the soul. It is, maybe, I'm just telling like that. The more the soul shines, the matter also shines, it is experienced, and the feeling to the body also different when you touch your own body. When you are embodiment of light, you feel yourself like you're touching cotton. The feeling of the touch changes, the feeling of sensation. This is the foremost effect on the body through which our senses take the form of also light in the form of, if we have said love, sweetness, the form of light, for example, one of the qualities. Then these senses also take the form of light, in other words, cool. Cool, cool, cool. From these senses, the fire of sensual pleasures entered the soul, which later became sanskars and became so strongly rooted within. It took the form of it replaced the whole light and took the form of our awareness. Call it body consciousness, call it the awareness of the vices. They are not removed without the help of the light. And there has to be constant, powerful light. Only God can help the soul to remove the vices from the awareness. The question is of removing the vices from the awareness. Complete innocent, ignorant of the knowledge of the vices. It's possible. It is possible because in the light about which we are talking, there is no nature of vices. In the light which we are talking, there is only the nature of the Supreme Father, Supreme Light. The matter shines with the help of the soul. Soul shines with the help of Father's qualities in the form of inheritance. So this awareness of the light is so much crucial, not only crucial, but it is so much powerful key in this predestined drama. It is unseen, intangible also. But incognito also, but it is this incognito power of, not just the power of awareness of the light, perhaps makes this drama also predestined. In which God, the constant embodiment of the self-awareness, is number one. And therefore He remains always in the world of light, not in the world of matter. This is how it is destined eternally. Then followed by the souls. Supreme Soul does not come into the cycle because of being constant in the awareness. He does not come into the connection with the matter in this world drama, except for his own task at the end. That is a different question. We are not talking about that. But the destiny of the drama is based on this powerful awareness of the soul actually. From the beginning, through the middle, till the end, until the end. Again the Savior, the Supreme Father, the Supreme Light, has to come to save the soul. This is how it is destined practically. And as much the self, the luminescent entity, has this awareness of the light, whatever the role it has to play will be decided, isn't it? The power is in the light. The power is in the awareness of the light. And role is recorded in the soul, but it gets recorded because of this self-awareness. It gets recorded only now when we are given the knowledge of it. And we have to become the embodiment of this knowledge, of this, how this drama is, what we call drama, this play is destined. If we understand this, it's actually destined because of this awareness, this subtle awareness of the self, or because of the recovering, complete, powerful form equal to the Father, and then it becomes number-wise, of course. No soul can become God. Everyone is individual. Everyone is individual. Whereas on the path of bhakti, people do not believe it. No one believes that everyone is individual. Everyone believes that all put together is what is called God. That is not the enlightenment. This is the enlightenment. Enlightenment when you feel yourself as an individual form of light, equal to the Father. Enlightenment, knowledge means enlightenment. Anyone can consider himself as a God, but there is no enlightenment. It is not right. And enlightenment comes with the help of this connection between the lights. Light is connected to the light, you see. Energy is connected to the energy. And there is enlightenment. Therefore, embodiment of knowledge, Father said, I am the form of light. You are also light, then the embodiment of knowledge. So if we become the embodiment of this knowledge from the beginning through the middle, till the end, it is such an unlimited knowledge, isn't it? Such an unlimited knowledge. But it is possible, that knowledge, to become aware of that knowledge, to become the awareness of complete knowledge. It is a seed. It is like complete introversion of the soul. So much introverted that the soul feels being the embodiment of knowledge like the Father and thereby close to Him. And what is that knowledge about? Not only of the cycle, but of the three worlds. It is because of this powerful awareness in the form of embodiment, in the form of introversion. When we become the embodiment of being Trikaldarshi and also Trikalokinath, because of this, that Baba says, you are the masters of all the three worlds. There is nothing to rule in Paramdham, but we are the masters of it. And what happens when the whole drama is designed in this way, based on the self-awareness of the self-luminescent soul, in the interaction with the drama, with the matter. Before that, there is something which is called subtle. This knowledge cannot be imagined with this intellect, nor can be seen with the help of pictures with these eyes. You can draw the picture of three worlds, for example. Yes, all the three worlds are shown there. But still there is space, right and left, top and bottom. Actually, this knowledge is the knowledge of vision in its complete form. And just opposite, it is the knowledge of becoming seed, merged in just a point. Just a point. A point can have the whole knowledge, yes? People do not understand this. Therefore they say God is omnipresent. He knows everything. Jani Jananar. He is everywhere. There is no need to be present everywhere to know. There is no entity actually which is everywhere. Entity is actually a seed which is embedded with everything, condensed with the whole true knowledge, and eternal. And that is only God, of course, but He makes us immortal with this knowledge. Therefore, the knowledge of this world drama is called the story of immortality. Story of immortality, in which the soul loses the power of immortality, power of being immortal in its self-sovereignty, immortal in its self-awareness, you see. It loses. Because of the loss of the awareness, it loses. The role changes. There is just opposite role. It is destined, very true. If it is an interaction with the matter, matter also has to have its own role to begin with, and which begins in the form of rule from the corporate onwards. And now its rule is over. It finishes only when this breakdown takes place, this separation of the soul from the matter takes place. Light is separated from the matter. Conscient entity being separated from the inconscient entity. Relations are felt as being conscient, there is a bondage, they pull. Relation with the body, body relations, so on and so forth. They are false, they have to be broken with the help of this light, understanding. It's the power of understanding of this self-luminescent being that it separates from the matter. It takes place at the very subtle level, truly, practically, and it becomes an universal effect actually. Baba said, it's beyond the imagination of science and the theory of Einstein or anything else. It is the beyond. It will have an universal effect. The Imagine that some new cell will be created somewhere which has neither the form of light nor the form of matter and so on and so forth. And some new generation will begin. It may happen after billions of years and so on and so forth. On one hand, actually, with the power of awareness, the transformation in the matter is so much that as if something new is created. It is new because it becomes subordinate to the light. It is a power of yoga, it is a power of silence, it is a power of God, it is the power of light. It is the power of purity, so to say. From the depth. Soul is the point, but still it has its own depth. And we are in this body and making this effort actually. We are doing it with our own self. We are doing it with our own making use of this body. We are doing it with the help of our own bodily relations, etc., etc. They are not just like that bondages. They are bondages only for breaking down in future. If there had been no bondages, soul would never become the conqueror of the bondages. In other words, conqueror of the matter. Sannyasis, they are individuals, but they can't do it. Because link with the one who is always free beyond the matter is essential. Constant light. So remembering Father in the Confluence age, we are actually doing some such subtle effort which is giving rise to some kind of universal effect in the form of complete transformation of the existing system and beginning of something newly formed system with unlimited amount of energy, which has the power to rule all the available energy in this world system, in this universe. Yes, God would rule all the time, but the souls whom He says, my children, this is your inheritance. This is your inheritance. This power of yoga is your imperishable inheritance. With this power of yoga, you make me also belong to you. You make me also surrender to you. This is destined in the drama. And if God belongs to us and all His, whatever belongs to Him belongs to us, we practically create heaven. Heaven is not created by one, it is created by all of us together with the help of this subtle power of the soul over the matter. Therefore, the sign of faith and progress in our Brahman life is the experience of light. It should come out through our face. We should look at others' face also in the form of light coming to me. It will take place one day, there is no doubt about it. And in this embodiment of light, Baba said many times, the body becomes merged, the vision changes totally. This knowledge is of the vision. See? When the soul becomes the embodiment of the light, the vision is not the vision of physical eyes anymore. Physical eyes are just nothing. Brahma, Vishnu, Shankar, subtle world, subtle bodies. This is also a part of the drama. Subtle world is created to accomplish this subtle task. They have the subtle bodies. The essence of the whole drama's knowledge is in Trimurti. Therefore, when we have developed such subtle vision, I think we definitely use these eyes. But when Baba talks about light emerges through the eyes, it's not this physical eyes give the light, isn't it? They have nothing. But we do have our own angelic stage, Avyakt stage. Baba said, Karmatit body. Karmatit body. It is not the imagination, but it is the true result of this awareness of the light. Baba creates a subtle world. We do create the subtle Karmatit body, see? It is the first creation of the soul is the body. We create the body. Definitely, there is no doubt about it. We create the subtle body. Karmatit body, very pure body, the same body, same form, but the form of light. It is our powerful, true imagination, let us say. But it's no ordinary imagination, but true reality, which creates that Karmatit body, through which we see ourselves, through which we see others. And therefore there is an effect. It is called the, service. It is called service to the souls, to the people, to remove the sorrows, to eradicate the sins, to give farewell to the vices once forever, to make the matter pure, to remove the sorrows from the hearts of the souls, to love, so to say. And that service is very fast, effective, very subtle. It enters deeply. It takes hardly any time for the soul to feel, really, I am also bodiless. See? And bodiless soul, Baba said, has a lot of speed. It has its own power. So the realization, and with the help of God, the transformation would take place at a fast speed. So keeping this future, our form may be present, why not? Baba says you are the world transformers, truly. You have brought this eternal, subtle transformation, imperishable, subtle transformation. It is with this power of transformation Baba wants to create, first of all, pure relations, elevated, highest relations among the Brahman family. We have to go beyond the feeling of brother and sister. It is not a small effort, it is such a subtle effort. And create ourselves, develop avyakt relations, create ourselves, our own avyakt, form and develop avyakt relations. These avyakt relations among the Brahmin family establish heavenly, godly, divine relations. Divine relations. And divine relations are established here. And so many looking at each other with a divine relation. Future is invoked. Bhagats are invoking deities. And practically, future world of deities is invoked here with the help of our subtle attention, subtle creation. We are also equal to the Father creators, like that. And this, our invoked form, emerged form, the form which gives the vision of the deities, a vision of our perfect form. Brahman, so perfect angel, karmatit, so deity for 21 births. It is the real destiny of the drama. This is from where the world begins with. Subtle world is created practically. Madhuban is, the feeling is there. Baba created that subtle world here. We have to create that stage here and help millions who are going to come. You may be thinking that you have come very late, but after a year, you will be, after you, hundreds of thousands will be there. Therefore, never think that you are new in the knowledge. Baba has lots of hopes in us. Such perfect image of us is actually the image which gives the visions. Not the image of being Narayan or any deity in the future. That image of us never gives the vision, according to the drama. Only the present image of perfection gives the vision, because it is truly subtle. Deities are human beings, but we are becoming subtle beings. It's very for a short time. Baba has become subtle, isn't it? Subtle. Baba himself did not know that he has so much of part being subtle, recorded in him, the soul. Great. In us, the soul also. Subtle role is recorded. We have to play here, and Baba will help us from there. A beautiful combination. It is a real Sangam. So that is a sign of progress and faith. And another sign is experience of the Father as the light. Another sign of faith and progress is the experience of Father as the light. I am light, Father of. The more this experience, the faith depends. There is no doubt in it. Baba speaks in the corporeal, but he's actually incorporeal, isn't it? So if we experience the form of light as a Father, then we also experience him in the corporeal form, opposite. If we experience him in the corporeal, we can never experience the incorporeal. We have to experience the incorporeal. Then we experience the corporeal. Once I was walking along with Dadi Prakashmani, holding her hand. We were coming down the Gyan Sarovar after her class with the Russian group behind us. And Baba was, Dadi was just, I'm speaking about Baba. Dadi was so much, embodiment of Bab Dada. As soon as I began to hold her hand, I was feeling that I was holding Sakar Baba, his hand. Such a beautiful experience. Baba, Baba, Baba. Dadi gave that experience of Sakar. And now, Dadi Janaki, Gulzar Dadi, Ratan Mohini Dadi, Shantamani Dadi, Nirmal Shanta Dadi. Chandrahas Dadi today has left, but I used to eat with him on the dining table. Constantly he was speaking about only Baba, looking at me only as Baba was looking at me. Wonderful. Nirvay Bhai Sahib makes an effort to sustain the whole yajna as an instrument of the Father. Ramesh Bhai, Brijmohan Bhai. Baba has created this family. We have to be together so much. This is our subtle effort. Come into the relation, subtle relation. We do not have any corporeal relation. Didi Nirmal has become an instrument. Her only job is to sustain with mother and father, Mama and Baba. Baba kept Didi's instruments to sustain this yajna for now and for the future. Karan Karavanhar, Palanhar, sustainer. Through his instruments, world has to be sustained forever, for a long time to come. And it is not possible without sowing these subtle seeds of subtle relations among ourselves, keeping the seniors as an images who are supporting, giving us the full sustenance. Miraben, she is giving bones, organizing so many programs. So wherever they are doing only this job of uniting the family, bringing the family into this subtle bondage. It is this subtle bondage which is imperishable. So pay attention to it. Everything will be okay. Om Shanti. I wanted to say so much, but now there is no time.